a very funny guy, very talented. Please keep it going for a very funny Mark Armano, everybody. Keep it going, everybody. Mark Armano.
Hello, everyone. Yeah. Giving a mic and a hand job here real quick. Pardon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being out late. I'm very tired, I can't lie. Very tired. I was in the car today for 10 hours on a 10-hour road trip with this girl. But I said, you know what? Today's the day I get roadhead. You know, today's the day. So I asked her, and she said no. And I gotta be honest, that made the next 9 hours and 55 minutes of the car ride pretty awkward. You know? I think I asked a bit early. She's like, come on, we're still in the driveway, you know? A little patience. But I went speed dating now. I'm going dating again. I went speed dating, but didn't go well because I was the only one on meth. So I think that was a little weird. Read the flyer wrong or some shit for that. You know? One time I went out with this girl though. I'm a blunt guy. I asked her, I said, listen, how's the size of my penis, you know? She said, I want you to know that's a really dumb question because I appreciate the little things about our relationship. That's not good. It's not good. Not good at all. But nowadays, I like those girls that wear those tapestry style pants. You know what I'm talking about? They kind of look like an oriental rug or some shit like that. A lot of floral on them, man. I like those. I saw a pair of those on sale in the thrift store the other day. I actually shed a tear because I said, a bad bitch is retired, you know? Rest in peace. I like to pay respect to my heroes, you know? So I bought those pair of pants and I hung them on the wall next to my Tom Brady jersey. You know? And they have that same kind of open glass spot for the scratch and sniff, you know? I do have a great dating idea for everybody here. You guys can take this home with you if you want. A lot of people are going to escape rooms nowadays. Who's been to an escape room? Yeah, you've been to an escape room? Okay. Well, next time, or if anyone hasn't been, here's a great idea for a foolproof date. Take your date, say, let's go to an escape room on Saturday. But what you're going to do is you're going to go on Friday by yourself and learn all this stuff. So you look really, really smart when the time comes, you know? You know, it's like I'm like Sherlock Holmes in that fucking room, you know? But you can't solve the stuff too quickly because then the jig is up, you know? Like you can't be like, there's like a really cryptic message and you can't be like, I don't know, I'm just getting a vibe. It's like 25, 28, 23, you know? It's not good. Not good at all. It was a little disappointing when she solved the stuff faster than I did still. That was a bummer. That was a huge bummer. And also, I was talking to the staff. They're like, you sure you want to do that room? Didn't you do that one yesterday? I was like, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, guy. Fuck you, Jim. I don't know what his name was. I had a weird day today, though. Tried to do a good thing today. Here's what happened. Let me just tell you. I went to the supermarket and they were soliciting donations for autism outside, for an autism charity. Very nice thing. So I decided, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm going to donate. Wasn't feeling so good when I saw they added $20 to my bank account. That was bad. That was odd. Anyways. Yes. I met a celebrity. I met the president of Miami. I met Pitbull last week. Who likes Pitbull? I met Pitbull. It was a big deal. I work in a restaurant and they said, Pitbull's coming in today, but you cannot acknowledge it's Pitbull. You gotta pretend it's not him. How do you do that? I was like, we got your table for you right here, Mr. Bull. Yeah, don't go right. That's where you're gonna sit. Then he sat at the bar. I was like, can I get you anything to drink? Maybe like a fireball or something? He said no. Then he said, I want to sit at a big table. We got reserved this big table. And I said, all right, how many people are going to be joining you? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know. He had this shirt on, D-A-L-E. I said, who the fuck is Dale? I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of materialism in Miami, man. I'm from New York. A lot of materialism down here, and it's okay. But I'm a very simple fellow, you know? I'm a simple guy. Like, my favorite brand in the whole world is Head & Shoulders shampoo. I love Head & Shoulders shampoo. Like their shampoo so much, I just bought their body wash, Dick and Butthole. That helps out a lot. A lot less flaky down there now, you know? So that's good for me. Nice picture, thank you. All right, but I will say, I'm Italian. Any Italians? Any Italians here? No. Okay, so let me tell you. Let me fill you in. Ciao. Che bella. I'm Italian, and Italians like to give little adjectives and descriptors next to people's names to kind of sum up their whole life. Let me give you a few examples. There's Johnny the mechanic. There's Joe the butcher. And there's Kelly who married the black guy. So I don't know, a little intense, pops. You know what I'm saying? I'm Mark who shit his pants in 11th grade. So I haven't came back from that one yet. It's tough. But the other day, somebody actually said, it said I had a Jewish nose. What does that mean? You know? Then I realized I had my Star of David nose piercing. So that's probably what it was. I don't know what you guys were thinking. All right. a lot of Latinos and Latinas in Miami. Do we have any here? Latinos, yeah. Nice. Make some noise. Yeah, right. I actually was talking to some Cuban guy the other day. He said, "Did you see the score of the hockey game last night? It was a great game." I said, "Yeah." I thought it was such an odd question coming from a Cuban guy because I thought they're afraid of everything that involves ice. You know, such a subject on all fronts. I don't know what y'all say. Yeah, sure, they won't. No, gaping guy. Anyways, let's talk about my sex life, or lack of. No, trying to get better at sex. Trying to get better at it. Really trying. Trying to get better at it by recreating what I see on the internet and incorporating it into my sex life. You know, my problem is all I watch is hentai, so not a lot of tentacles in my ass. You know, let's have sex in like a sushi parlor. Quick side note. I digress for a second here. I don't like sushi chefs at all. I don't like them at all. I hate them. I hate sushi chefs. Why? Because they don't cook. They don't cook at all, you know? They just chop shit up and hand it to you. Like, if I was going to make you a nice meal, like, baby, I'm going to make you a nice meal later, and I just cut up a piece of fruit and handed it to you, you would be like, I didn't even cook a fucking thing, you know? Anyways, that's what I think of sushi chefs. Pieces of shit. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go back to talking about my sex life. All right, actually, no. Let's talk about my personal life. Right? I found that I'm an old soul. What does that mean, man? I'm 23. I'm a young guy, but I'm an old soul, old at heart. You know? What does that mean? Does it mean you like old music? Does it mean you like old movies? No. I'll tell you what it means to be an old soul. It means you like girls with bushes. So we got any old souls here tonight? You know, it's not. Age isn't a factor in that equation. But the Bush heyday has passed, unfortunately. I think I know when it was most popular. It's probably most popular in like the 60s and 70s. And I think I know why. It's because guys in that era just got back from Vietnam, where they spent a whole year or two going through thick brush and damn passage roads. So I think that kind of stuck, and they brought it home. God bless America. Not a bushy guy, right? But there's the porn ban in Florida. So I went home and visited New York. I didn't realize the veil was lifted up there. So let me tell you, that's like when a new season of Game of Thrones comes out. You're like, oh, what is she doing? All right, Brandy Love. That's for the bush crowd. All right, that's disgusting. I said, dude, there's one in the back there. He's like, yeah, I know. My stepmom. All right. Speaking of family, I actually do stand-up because my uncle is a stand-up comedian. It's a big family rivalry. We're always butting heads. Big rivalry. Now, fortunately, my uncle, he's in a wheelchair, so he didn't really set the bar that high as a stand-up comedian, you know? Like, I always wanted to follow in his footsteps, but I was forced to follow in his tracks instead, so I guess I kneecapped him with that joke. It's all right, because I'm on a roll right now, so it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. Going real well. I'm gonna do a quick impression for you guys. I got two impressions for you. All right, ready? Here's Crocodile Dundee. You know Crocodile Dundee? Yeah. Here's Crocodile Dundee, and he is in the Miami Heat locker room. All right. Crikey's, that's a big cock right there. All right. So I got that one. All right. Should I do the other one now? I'll do the other impression now. Here's Helen Keller. You guys know Helen Keller? Here's Helen Keller. applying for a mortgage in person. Where do I sign? What? Can you repeat that? All right. My one friend, man, he's an idiot. He confused Anne Frank with Helen Keller the other day when we were having a conversation. How do you make that mistake, you know? But then I thought about it and I said, I understand, because I did jerk off to both of them too. So that's probably, of course. All right. That was mixed feelings in the room. But I will say, that's why I get to work from home. Anyone do remote work at all? No? All right. Nice. I do remote work. I'm going to tell you the best part about working from home is that I actually no longer have to get up from my desk when I want to masturbate on the job. I can just do it. Let me tell you, I never miss a Teams meeting. I'm on there. I'm telling you. My spreadsheets look good, refined, edited. All right. I have no money. All right, you guys have money, it sounds like.
That's not a joke.
Buy a suit, yeah, it wasn't a punchline. It's just my existence. But I have no money, and because I have no money, you gotta save every dollar you can, you know? So I gotta, pinch pennies. So I have no streaming services. I don't have any Apple Music or Spotify. So the problem is you listen to Apple Music, you listen to your music on YouTube. That's what I do. And you get ads right in the fucking middle of the songs, you know? So let me tell you something. I tried to make like a sex playlist, and it was a little awkward when you get, talk to your doctor about mesothelioma, you know? Right in the middle of it. It's not even weirder when I got like a St. Jude's cancer ad, you know? Because it got even harder, so. I'm joking. That reminds me, speaking of the topic of money, I loathe when they asked me to donate at Taco Bell, to round up to charity at the Taco Bell drive-thru. It's just not that, first of all, I'm not gonna donate. But I just annoyed at them. Like, are you hitting your target audience with people who have money to spare at Taco Bell, you know? When I roll through for a 30-cent burrito filled with horse meat at 3 in the morning, you know? You might as well ask the crackhead outside Taco Bell for change. Now, that's me also, so I guess I'm screwed either way. Speaking of drugs, people, I don't do that many drugs. I've tried them, but people tell me like, you should take like mushrooms or acid and watch a movie, because you could watch the movie and learn about yourself based on the characters. Don't watch Django. That's not a good movie to watch acid. I felt myself relating to the wrong characters, you know? Take your hands off that turtle shell tabletop, right? Terrible. Another time, but then so let me just tone it down. Let me just do like weed. People, like another friend, he tells me you should smoke weed and do errands. All right. So I tried it. I had to go to the bank. Went to the drive-through ATM. Tried to order a hamburger from the drive-through ATM. You know. The weird part was they gave it to me. I just ended up with a mouthful of Abe Lincoln. You know. Pause. All right. Give me 5. All right. This is. I'm starting to feel that the universe knows about what's going on. It knows about your life. I'll give you an example. I was feeling so alone the other day, so alone. And wouldn't you know it, an old friend reached out to me on Snapchat, out of all things. Who uses Snapchat? Anyone use Snapchat or had Snapchat? All right, well, I'm going to roll with it anyway. I was on Snapchat. It was Team Snapchat. That felt nice to hear from them. No, it was weird? Team Snapchat sent me a dick pic. It was even weirder when I sent one back too, so that wasn't great. All right. I'll just I'm gonna get out of here in 1 minute. I'm gonna end it on this. I have a dog, man. Who's a dog?
Woo!
Yeah, nice. I like having a dog. My favorite part about having a dog is not picking up after it. So that's my favorite part, which makes me a bad person. I know. Well, what makes me a worse person is not that I don't pick up after it, it's that I actually fake pick up after it. So I'll walk my dog and it'll just go right there, boom. And I actually take the plastic bag, I just get real low, and it's empty, and I put it right back in my pocket. I think I'm slick, but everybody has a Ring doorbell these days, I guess, so what are you gonna do? All right, thank you guys, this was a lot of fun. You all did great.